Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Good morning. Just when you thought there weren't going to be any new seasons of Succession, since it's no longer a television show,
Right.
Yes.
Fox News breaks some news today.
Yes. I just heard Rupert Murdoch
Steps down as chairman of News Corp and Fox.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Is it
I can't
Lachlan
wait
now?
to see what the children do over this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is real life Succession.
I know. I've been reading all these behind the scenes stories at Lachlan, horrified that people would think they're behind Trump or whatever and go out there. You own a propaganda network for the right wing and Trump. It's just ay. Right, but just that trying to distance yourself and we're not really like that, blah blah blah. So we'll see if any. I don't think anything's going to change. Do you?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
They will do whatever it takes to hold on to their right-wing audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if that means blindly following Trump when he's their nominee, they will.
Yeah.
I think I think to some degree, Rupert Murdoch understands that Trump is not good for them in the long run.
Yeah.
But corporations have never really cared about the long run.
No.
Yeah.
It's really just been about short-term gain.
Yeah. I did not wait for the gay man to get here to talk fashion. However, I would like to. I just love this. Noah tweets exclusive. Trump privately frets he could be headed to prison. The ex-president has repeatedly asked his confidants and attorneys if he'd have to wear, quote, one of those jumpsuits behind bars. That's from Rolling Stone.
Isn't he wearing one now?
Do you think it's the orange on orange that he's concerned about?
All this time, I thought it was the emperor had no clothes.
You know what? Because as I mentioned, I am all about bipartisanship and unity. I would go with the the black and white stripes. I would be okay with just going if you'd like something more classic because of the orange on orange. Yeah.
I think many people would be perfectly content with whatever they want to dress in.
As long as he's
let's
in
not
jail.
quibble. As long as he's in jail,
Yes.
whatever he wants.
I would gladly give him, let him bring his, 90-foot neckties in there. Right? We just have to make sure that you can't throw them out the window to climb down.
Yeah.
I swear I didn't say the other fashion story, but oh my God, the John Fetterman thing is just going to make me lose my shizzle as we face fascism, Carl. JoJo from Jerz, by the way, who I don't, you and she are my straight girl heroes. Because yesterday she called the Lauren Boebert thing that she was shucking her Mister's cob,
Yes.
which that's got to be an adorable straight girl thing. I don't know. But she tweeted, if you're more upset about John Fetterman wearing shorts in front of an audience of senators than you are about Lauren Boebert, Texas dry rubbing her date's meat stick.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
In the middle of an audience of children, congratulations, you're an idiot and a hole. Okay, we love our JoJo. I never heard
I
dry
never
rubbing
thought that saying the word
the meat
Beetlejuice
stick.
3 times would unleash, hellfire. I'm
Don't say
beginning to
Lauren Boebert 3
reconsider my
times.
previous notions.
I mean, but it's the height of silly season, isn't it? I love
is.
that John Fetterman called Republican caucus jagoffs yesterday. What did he say exactly? He said something about if you would, I don't know, you jagoffs would get to work and not shut the government down or something. I'll wear a suit.
There was a time that there was a dress code in all of Congress that you had to wear, pants and a suit and a tie and be a man.
Right. Yes,
So.
exactly. Okay, so, also, this was horrifying news. I don't mean to be catty. Moderate Republican Senator Susan Collins threatened to wear a bikini on the floor of the Senate to protest Chuck Schumer's decision. Has she no decency? At long last, Chris, has she? If Chuck Schumer's decision to suspend the Senate dress code, just if he doesn't change it. You know what? Is that against the Hague? Something at the Hague? I don't know. I can't tell.
Calling her a moderate?
Yeah.
Yes. I see what you did there. I went for the body shaming joke, and you went for the better. Nicely played, sir. Nicely played. All right. So I was saying we seem to have, what do we call it every day? Bombshell fatigue but this, according to, again, the legal experts, and this is only one case, the espionage case. Stop calling it documents case. It's espionage. This again seems like more slam dunk evidence. This, what's her name? Molly? Molly McMichael? Whatever it is. I mean, I just I'm sort of gobsmacked every day by the amount of evidence there is.
Well, this is what we know about, right? We learn new morsels and it further makes the case. And in between those morsels being released, Trump will confess on television to various elements of these crimes. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when these things end up in front of a jury.
Yeah, yeah. Cassidy Hutchinson also was the previous credible witness, and I don't. This is, if it's possible for all three of us to get gayer, we will with the story. But the groping of Giuliani's story, oh my God. Cassidy Hutchinson, the former Trump aide turned crucial J6 witness, says in the new book, she was groped by Giuliani, who was, quote, like a wolf closing in on its prey on the day of the attack on the Capitol. I'm sorry, picturing just the, hair dye coming down his face and all sweaty. And she says, he put his hand under my blazer, then my skirt. I feel his frozen fingers trail up my thigh.
I just think I'm going to barf.
She said the whites of his eyes look jaundiced. My eye, that's scotch probably, right?
Yeah,
they're pickled in scotch.
Yeah, brown liquor.
My eyes dart to John Eastman, who flashes a leering grin.
Oh!
I fight against the tension in my muscles and recoil from Rudy's grip. Filled with rage, I storm through the tent on yet another quest for Mark, referring to Mark Meadows. They're so gross. Rudy is so gross.
I mean, justice for Borat, right? I mean, this is the stuff they denied after the Borat movie came out.
Yes, when you saw it on tape. Yes, she says, I find Rudy in the back of the tent with, among others, John Eastman, the corners of his mouth split into a Cheshire cat smile. Waving a stack of documents, he moves toward me like a wolf closing in on its prey. We have the evidence all there. We're going to pull this off. Rudy wraps one hand around my body, closing the space that was separating us. I feel his stack of documents press into the small of my back. I lower my eyes and watch his free hand reach for the hem of my blazer. By the way, he says, fingering the fabric.
I just think I'm going to barf.
I'm loving this leather jacket on you. His hand slips under my blazer, then my skirt. I can't. I saw some old picture of Trump and Epstein together with a bunch of girls that look very young.
None of us can unhear that now.
Right, exactly.
I'm sorry. I mean, as we always say, Carl, it's always the hypocrisy, right? Whether it's Boebert or all of these family values, Republican Christians, that it's just... I mean, we've said over and over, can you imagine if that was a gay couple in the theater at Beetlejuice in front of children? I mean, it's just, the hypocrisy never stops, does it?
Well, in defense of Giuliani, this is not hypocrisy on his part. Like, this is who he is.
He's always been a pig,
yeah. He's always been this. This is, he was cheating on his wife when he lived in Gracie Mansion. So, in fact, he had to move out of Gracie Mansion.
God, I'll never forget. I was, by the way, everybody, I was doing Hot 97 mornings then, Chris.
I remember.
Everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the late 80s or whatever. But I don't know why. That moment is frozen. I'll never forget Donna Hanover, his wife at the time. Because I happened to come on. I was a music radio, everybody.
Yep.
So I wasn't even like a news person then, or marinated in the news. But I remember coming home and seeing Donna Hanover, on camera crying, like she literally had just found out. Like Rudy had announced on TV or something they were divorced, and I was always like, what a D. And that was in the 80s.
Well, and here we've got the Borat movie that kind of shows, the proclivities today. So his day is coming.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that. I hope that they have forensic accountants trying to find out where all the America's mayor money ended up, because I don't buy for a second that he's as broke as he's letting on.
Yeah. Carl, in your former life as a campaign strategist, we were just talking about Chris Hayes' piece last night, and I think that is, again, I always say we have to weigh, not getting too happy and not getting complacent and blah, blah, blah. I think we all have 2016 PTSD, but just the fact that the real results in real elections are going toward Democrats over and over and over in state after state after state, aren't they?
They are. I mean, you've got Pennsylvania and New Hampshire the other night going our way. In all of these special elections, what's interesting to me is you've got Democrats picking up Republican seats, and then in the seats that they already have, they're getting larger shares of the vote than anybody has seen in recent memory. Yeah. Certainly more than President Biden did. So what it's showing is, there was this worry that in a Biden presidency that support would wane or that turnout would wane, just like it did after Obama, right? People stopped showing up to vote. That has not happened. In many elections across the country since 2020, we've continued to see record turnout for those elections. And, the only way to make sure that continues is for everybody within the sound of our voice to suit up and show up every single election day, like it could be your last, because it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just, when you brought up Romney, I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but someone tweeted it. I don't know if it was at this exact point, but Obama versus Romney polls had Romney in the 50s and Obama in the 30s, and we all freaked out.
Well,
we were like, oh my God.
I have a question. Are these record numbers of people going to the polls voting for Biden or against Trump? What's the main driver for this?
Well, I don't really care.
Okay. Okay.
Well said, sir.
As long as the good guys win,
yeah.
I think that's a good thing for democracy.
Okay.
And, it's probably a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of democracy, Rob Reiner, Uncle Rob said,
Yes.
not hyperbole, if Trump returns to the White House, it will be the end of American democracy. If that's not enough of a motivator to vote, I don't know what is. The thing you can do is, if you want to be a good American, go to sexyliberal.com, get tickets to see Uncle Rob with Glenn Kirschner and Ron Perlman and all the Sexy Liberals October 21st in LA at the Saban Theater. Come live or pay-per-view, only $20. Or what else can I do for my country, Chris? I could go to mooksforcarl.com and make sure find Democrats like Carl Frisch stay on the school boards
Yes.
in this country. Oh, hi. I'm here with Sexy Liberal John Fugelsang wearing my Los Angeles Sexy Liberal shirt. Oh, my God. We have an LA show coming up October 21st. But how else could you see it, John?
How else could you see it? I'm so glad you asked. For a limited time, you can see the show live via pay-per-view if you go to sexyliberal.com. All the laughs, you'll miss nothing.
I can stream it from all around the world?
All around the world, in your car, while you're driving. Watch it at home.
Sexyliberal.com, yeah.